Now, I strongly recommend the University of Northwestern Ohio to just about anybody that has a desire to get in this automotive industry. A lot of places teach the very high end of the all-out racing thing, but here the knowledge that the students gain can be carried forth into whichever direction they go once they graduate.
USAC Ford Focus Midgets back at Limaland, 14 cars strong. Top 10 are Crazy, Armstrong, Norris, Noblet, Darlin, Ray, Litt, Kenyon, Mills, and Martz. We'll bring them to the line. And away we go. These guys are great on Limaland. I know that they're already talking about coming back next year. That is Trent Darlin, son of Dave Darlin. Backs it into the corner, bends the rear axle. He's done. And we go to a complete restart. On the pole, it is Dirt Crazy, J.R. Armstrong. Giving him a good run for his money. Coming out of 3 and 4, Crazy grabs your lead. Armstrong in second, followed closely by Rex Norris and Jordan Noblet. Now that's the 21 car of Derek Crazy spinning, unfortunately. And we got to go to our green. With on the restart, we have Noblet, Norris, Ray, and Litt, your top 4. These guys put on a great show. Good side-by-side racing. We'd like to see a few more cars next year. I was talking to the USAC official. Most of these guys, just young kids, anywhere from 16 on up, and he said several of the competitors tonight alone had to have excuses to get out of school just to go racing. So maybe next year we'll have them during the regular year like we were supposed to have this year. I believe we had 21 cars when we tried this back on August 1st. As you can see, some great racing. I want to keep an eye on the number 2 of Brad Paris. There he is, moving up right in the middle of your screen. He started 14th, dead last. He's already up in the top 10 right now, and by the end of the race, he's going to make some great strides forward. This is a good place for kids to cut their teeth. I was talking to J.R. Stewart's father, and we all know J.R. came out of go-kart racing right into 360 sprints. And I was saying, wow, you know, too bad they didn't have this series back then, because it would have been a great place to make a stepping stone into sprint car racing. And he was agreeing with me, but back up front, it's Noblet leading Little Ray, and I believe that is Greg Ray's son. I can't verify that, but I believe that is Greg Ray's son, Robbie Ray. They pretty much checked out on the field, and at some points Noblet got a decent lead on him, but Ray always seemed to reel him back in, and he didn't let him get too far away. Plenty of room to roam for a midget car on Limaland's track. There's number 2 car still coming forward. And right about this time, we're about halfway through the race, and Brad Paris is already sniffing around the top 5, so absolutely amazing. Nice drive for him, considering these cars are out of the box. The motor comes sealed. You cannot touch it, short of putting it in the car and changing the timing on it and plugs and so on and so forth. But all in all, these are out-of-the-box motors, keeps the competition very fair. And, of course, these guys can tweak their chassis appropriately. These chassis, the same type of chassis, beast cars, so on and so forth, that the regular USAC midget guys drive, like Trent Darlin, his dad drives the same kind of car, probably gives them some really good input on how to set that car up. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. But as I said, Noblet gets a little bit of a lead. He's the white car right there coming out of 3 and 4. Down low right behind him is Robbie Ray giving good chase. And we'll see, Ray will close it back in here in just a little bit. But you got to admit, cars do look great on Limaland's racetrack, and we had a nice smooth track for them, hardly any dust. These guys getting around in pretty good pace. Somewhere between, say, a mod and a sprint car, I would say, is their average speed. That's the 07 car of Ryan Litt. He makes it up towards the top 5 as well. Everybody up against the fence, checking out the racing action. These guys put on a great job. The white 32 is Tate Martz. Brad Parrish just in front of them. And they go side by side in the 3 and 4. Obviously, these cars can go double wide. Probably 4 wide, considering our mods make it around there just fine 4 wide. But with open wheels, sometimes you got to use a little bit of discretion. Now, Nabla gets a little bit wide coming out of 4. He's got a decent lead, so a little bobble like that doesn't make much of a difference. And he tries to stretch his lead out here in the final laps. But Ray, he's not giving up, though. He wants to catch him. These guys run decent length features, look good, very friendly drivers. And one of the things I was very disappointed in is the fact that Jordan Noblet did not stick around to give us an interview. But we will catch them next time they're here. Hopefully we'll get more than one date for these guys next year. Jordan Noblet looking good. Ray not giving up. He's going to stick it down in the corner right here. As we come to the flag, it is Jordan Noblet, your winner. Robbie Ray second, Rex Norris third, Brad Parrish fourth.